hope you're all well. Today we are starting a new weekly vlog. It is Monday morning. It is 7:45 in the morning. If you're watching this back to back with my last weekly vlog, I'm in the same get up, obviously. I'm not sure how I feel about this, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's working for me. Just truly couldn't be asked to wash my hair this morning. So I may just end up whacking it up in a bubble though. I can't tell you how fucking warm it is in this room right now, and I'm not sure what to do about it. I might just go and get my fan. I'm sweating. Anyway, this week is my patron readathon. So every month we do the F1 readathon, and it's either a 24 or 48 hour readathon in which I do a bingo board, and we do a readathon every single month. But every now and then we mix it up and we do a week-long one, and it is the box readathon. It's the special edition round of the F1 readathon. It's for a week and it's the box readathon, and the aim is to read subscription box books. I have a huge problem not only with series, which is why we've got Final Book Support Group, but with subscription box books. Huge problem. They just keep coming in and I don't read them. So Jade ended up recommending that I maybe do like a special edition round of the F1 readathon, call it box readathon and make it a week long. So that's what I did, and we trial ran it last year and it went really well, and then we did another one in January and it went really well. So it's time for our second one of the year and I'm really excited. I have done a bingo board, I will show it here so that you can have a butcher's. But this is for my patrons and we're very excited. I've got loads of sprints scheduled for the week and I'm hyped. I'm not doing my normal 9:30 sprints today for Magic Monday. I've actually pushed them to, I think it's 1 PM for later on this afternoon, so that I can get all my work done this morning and then I can focus on reading later on. And I have gotten up earlier this morning, so I'm never up at this time. The only reason I would be up at this time is to take Andy to work and then come home. So yeah, instead of staying at his last night, I came home in the hopes to get some work done, which I almost did not. I did end up finishing a book, but not another one. It is what it is. And then decided to just try and get up really early this morning, which is what I did. I did set my alarm for 6:15, but I set another one for 7 o'clock and I ended up getting up with that one instead. It was just a little bit too early for me at 6:15. So I'm up anyway, that's the point. So I'm excited about this bingo board. I haven't done the poll pick. I may do the poll pick later. Maybe it'll be a case of what book do I start off with kind of poll pick, rather than picking my actual book to read, because I have my TBR pretty much set in stone. We'll see. There is the other one that is kind of like a pick it for now kind of thing, is the colour wheel for cover as well. I don't know why I put that on there, that was a mistake, but it is what it is. So we're just going to spin this colour wheel that I have here and hope that we get a colour that I already have in this selection of books. What do we have? Blue. I feel like that's some kind of sick joke and somebody's taking the royal piss out of me. There is one that's got some blue on it, but none of these covers are like glaringly blue. Right, okay, so that is the spin. I do have one that I could pick, but I was trying to avoid putting this on. Oh fuck, I've just come off the thing. Just because, I mean, it is blue. We'll see. I've done the spinner now, I'll know what it is, but I may for that put Bridge Kingdom on here. I don't have the Fairy Loot special editions. I wish I did, but I don't. This would be a reread for me. I have read this before, but it was years ago, and now I have the second one, so I would like to give them a reread again. So yeah, this is a potential for blue, but we'll see what happens later on. But I did just want to give you a quick rundown of the books that I do have here. It's yet another ridiculous fucking TBR that nobody is going to be surprised about, and I could potentially end up deviating from. So why I'm telling you about this in advance, I don't know, but there is also a good chance that maybe I won't deviate from this. It's just that it could change. So 2 of the books that I am going to aim to start with, because I don't have high hopes for either of these, and the reason why I am putting them on this TBR, I would love to put other books on the TBR that I'm excited about. I am excited about one of these, but I'd love to put other books on the TBR that I'm more excited about. However, if I don't get to these now, I don't think I ever will, because I have heard one of the books, nothing but negative things. The other book, a couple of bad reviews. So I'm anxious about them. So if I put them on here, and I start the week off with them, and for whatever reason it turns out I don't like them, and I do DNF them early, they're done and dusted, you know? That is my aim anyway. If I do love them, fantastic. Always a bonus. So those are Law of the Wilds by Annalie Sabrana, which is the Fairy Loot Romantasy box. It's the first one from Fairy Loot Romantasy. This is the special edition one. So that is that one. I'm not going to go into these, what they're about, until I'm picking them up. So I think what I might do is later on, if I've not already finished my work and I'm settling down to read before sprints have started, I might let my patrons choose which one I start off with out of these 2. I think that's what I might end up doing. So the other one is Murder Road by Simone St. James. Now, if you watched the vlog where I opened this, I was really fucking excited about this. I love this cover. I am still a little bit excited about it, but my expectations have come down a little bit. Gav and Gabby have read this and did not enjoy it. I think it was the book troop pick. They did not enjoy it, and I'm really sad about it. So I did, as soon as I heard that they didn't enjoy it, I think I did turn the videos off in which they mentioned that, just so that I didn't get any spoilers, or, you know, my views on the book before I even go in weren't skewed too badly. It's just that it did bring my expectations down, which is probably a good thing, I'm not gonna lie. So this is the Evernight one, so it is a special, it's come from a subscription box, and I am looking forward to reading this one, but I don't know, my expectations have come down a little bit, so you know, we'll see what happens with this one. I think I'm going to get my patrons to do a poll pick between both of those and help me decide what I'm going to be reading first. In fact, I may set that up this morning and they can vote for until I'm ready to sit down and read. Then for a couple of the others, I am going to be buddy reading The Crimson Moth by Kristen Cicerelli with Claire, and I think Kim's joining in with us as well. So Claire did send me this one, and we're going to be buddy reading this one. I think our aim is for like maybe 50 pages a day. I don't usually do that because I find that I either want to speed through the book or I don't keep up. But we're going to see what happens. So I will be starting this today and trying to get at least 50 pages in, I think. So I'm definitely starting this one today. I am excited for this one, I'm not gonna lie. I am hoping that I do enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to this one. So this will be a buddy read going on in the background for the week. And then another one that I don't own the special edition of, but I am fully aware that there has been one, is Can't Spell Treason Without T by Rebecca Thorne. I believe that Broken Binding are doing an edition of this, or have done an edition of this because it's now out. So again, if you don't get subscription boxes, or you're on top of your subscription box books, you can read books that you own on your shelves that have been featured in subscription boxes. So I don't know if this was necessarily part of a subscription box, but if you have books that have been featured by a company that do a subscription box and they've done a special edition, that counts as well. So, you know, my readathon, my rules. This one, Broken Binding have done an edition of it. I am already partway through. I'm on page 126 and I'm absolutely loving this. It's fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to continue on with this and I will finish this one as well. So we've got a lot of fantasy going on and we have a horror. So to mix that up, I do have a couple of romances here. We have Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert, which Fairy Loot or Illumicrate, I can't remember, did an edition of. I think it's Fairy Loot. I didn't get that edition because I haven't read it yet, obviously, so I didn't know if I wanted it or not. So I didn't get that edition, but I did put this on my TBR for the month, and it was for a book which is body positive. So I am looking forward to giving this one a read. As soon as it was put on, I was like, oh my god, that will work for Box Readathon. And then before I knew it, I had a million books on here. So this one is YA, and it's going to be really, really cute, and I'm looking forward to it. And then the other one that I do have on here is In the Weeds by B.K. Borison. Fairy Loot, I think, are doing editions of B.K. Borison's books, and I really want them. So I am aiming to buy those. I have at this point only read Love Light Farms, but I think this is a perfect opportunity for me to read another, double check that I 100% love B.K. Borison's writing, and then get myself the sets. There are a couple of others that I would potentially like to get to, but they will only come into play if I have issues with both of these, or one of these. I can obviously swap these out for something else. So we do have a lot. I have a large TBR for this week. As always, I'm over exceeding my expectations. This week, as far as my actual week is concerned, this is going to be the longest intro in the history of man. My apologies. This week, as far as my week is concerned, I am home today and tomorrow. My carpet guy is coming round tomorrow to drop off some samples for me because I want to get the hall, the landing and stairs booked in and that box room booked in to put the pressure on me to actually fucking sort it out, because I really need to do that. So he's coming around tomorrow to drop some carpet samples off for me in the morning. But I'm home today and tomorrow, and then I've got my nail appointment Wednesday morning, and then I'll spend the day with Andy on Wednesday afternoon, like Wednesday daytime. I think he's got a driving lesson in the morning while I'm getting my nails done. And then I'll be working Thursday, Friday, so I'll be staying at his Wednesday, Thursday night, and I'll come home Friday evening after work. And then I've got sprints Friday night, Saturday day and Sunday day. So Saturday, Sunday at home as well. So I do have a few days at home, but not as long as usual, because normally I would have Wednesday at home as well. So we're gonna work with what we've got. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna work with what we've got. And hopefully I will get plenty of reading done. This is why I wanted to try and get up super early this morning, much earlier than I normally do, because normally I do like Magic Monday sprints from 9:30, and I usually get up at like 9 o'clock. So I'm spending the whole day then, because I'm stopping and starting with sprints, I'm spending the whole day then editing and filming. So it would be nice to get all of my filming done this morning pretty early on, and then get all of my editing done. And I'm hoping that by the time Patreon sprints start at 1 o'clock that I will be done with work and I can nestle in and get some reading done today and make some good progress. So yeah, I'm definitely going to start with the Crimson Moth and get my pages done for this today, and then I will, I think, let my patrons pick for me between Law of the Wilds and Murder Road. I think that's going to be my plan. So I'm actually going to do that now, and I will give them a poll so they can vote for that for me over the next few hours until we start later on.
What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away. Standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere. Maybe there is a star with your name. One thing I know is that there should be. There is no one.
Hello. Okay, it's still Monday. It's currently 4:25 and I have a few reading updates for you. So I managed to get all my work done this morning before sprints happened, and I'm now currently on sprints. We've been live for 3 hours and 25 minutes. So I have started The Crimson Moth by Kristen Cicerelli. So I have read today's pages of this, and so far I'm really enjoying it. We're following Rune and also Gideon. Rune is a witch, and you find out you're a witch when you finally bleed, have a period, because your blood is black, not red. And when Rune was younger, she had to sacrifice her nan, who was also a witch, in order to get the guards' trust. Her nan asked her to do this so that the guards trusted her and didn't suspect her of also being a witch. Now in the daytime she moonlights, if you like, as a socialite, getting on with people and just being inconspicuous, and then in the evening she goes out and she is a vigilante called the Crimson Moth, who is basically trying to help witches. She's also trying to find a friend of her nan's as well. Gideon is a witch hunter and part of the guard, and she has come to the conclusion that she needs Gideon's help to find this friend of hers, and he has come to the conclusion that she could potentially be the Crimson Moth. So they're now both on a mission to get closer to each other and essentially build a relationship, if you like, without the other one knowing what their underlying reasons are for this. Also, Rune's best friend Alex is Gideon's brother, just to throw that complication into the mix as well. There is also a character in here called Verity, who is Rune's sidekick, if you like, and she helps Rune out. And I actually really like Verity's character. I think she's very sassy and I really enjoy her. And so far, I'm actually really enjoying this. I wasn't 100% certain whether I would or not, because I don't read a lot of YA fantasy anymore, but I'm actually really enjoying this. I'm having a good time. So I am very excited to continue on with this throughout this week and finish this one this week. And then the other book that I have started is Murder Road. I've taken the dust jacket off because I don't want to ruin it, by Simone St. James. So this came from Evernight, and as you can see, I am currently halfway through this book. It is flying by, it's so fast, and I'm really glad that, I'm glad that my expectations have been brought down a little bit, because I was super duper excited for this book. But I think I'm glad as well that I didn't let the opinions that I have seen on this book put me off it, because I'm actually having a fantastic time with this. I think it's really good. We're following Eddie and April. They're newlyweds, and they're going to this place for their honeymoon. They end up getting lost along the way. They're going down this country road near Cold Lake Falls, and they end up coming across this woman in the road who appears to be drunk. They think she's a boy at first, but she appears to be drunk. They pull over, ask her does she need a lift somewhere. Initially she's a little bit, you know, she's not certain she wants to get in the car, but eventually she does get in the car, and then very quickly she apologizes. April realizes that this poor woman is covered in blood, and she apologizes and said he's coming, and it turns out there's someone chasing her. So this young woman is called, I've forgotten her name already. It's not important. It's Rhonda Jean. It's not important because she does actually die at hospital. And then Eddie and April are then accused of murdering this woman. After a period of time, obviously there's no evidence to prove that they killed this woman, but it would appear that other weird strange goings on are happening. They've gone back down this road a couple of times, seen some weird things. It turns out Eddie is actually ex-army, and I think he's struggling with some PTSD. On occasion he may see some have some hallucinations and stuff. So whenever these things happen, he's constantly saying to April, did that just happen, did that just happen, because he's not sure if he's made it up in his head or not. And I don't know if there is, I know Simone St. James does this, but I've never actually finished a book of hers. I've started one but never finished it, The Sundown Motel, and I know that there is regularly with her books like a not supernatural, paranormal, ghosty element to them. Now I don't know if that is actually the case with this, because I know Riley Sager is very good at playing with this as well, where you think there is a supernatural ghosty element to it and that may not be the case by the end of the book. There's a very good explanation for it, so I'm intrigued to see how this is going to go. And I think this is the thing more than anything, the intrigue in this is very, very good. I am spooked, and I do love the small town vibes and the isolation of the small town vibes as well. The atmosphere for this book, really, really good, and I'm actually having a very good time. So yeah, I'm really glad that I didn't let those reviews push me away from this book entirely to the point that I'd be like, because I can be influenced so easily like that. I can be influenced so easily to pick up a book, but I can be influenced so easily to not bother with a book as well. So I'm really glad that I didn't do that this time, because it would have been very easy for me to just stick this on Vinted or something and get rid of it without having read it. But I was already really excited for it. I was just gutted when I saw the couple of reviews that I did see that didn't enjoy this book. So I'm glad that I am glad my expectations have been lowered, but I'm having a great time. And maybe because my expectations have been lowered, I'm probably going to enjoy it more than I might have had my expectations not been lowered. Does that make sense? So either way, I'm having a fantastic time. I have an hour and 54 minutes left of the audiobook, so I will be finishing this today because it's only 4:30. And then I'm going to start something else. I don't know what else I'm going to start, whether I continue on with Can't Spell Treason Without T and make some more progress in that, or whether I will start something else. I am tempted to just start Law of the Wilds, to be honest, because I really want to know what my position on that book is going to be. So I'm tempted to start that, and then tomorrow maybe I'll focus fully on Law of the Wilds, make a decision on that, and then Can't Spell Treason Without T as well, maybe. My issue is that if I continue on with Can't Spell Treason Without T tomorrow, I will struggle to start something else, something new. So it's probably best if I try and start something new this evening, and then I will continue on with that tomorrow. So I think that's going to be my plan. But yeah, so far having a great time with this. We've kicked off really, really well with both of these. And then the other one that I am partway through, Can't Spell Treason Without T, I'm also loving. Also Middle of the Night by Riley Sager, which book of the month we'll probably end up doing a copy of. And I do think that I want to come back around to that as my bedtime read. So I'll probably end up taking my Kindle with me when I go to Andy's on Wednesday, so that in the evenings, once he's fallen asleep, I can read some of that and hopefully finish off, because I am 50% through. So yeah, that is my update. My battery's dying. I'm going to go and continue on with this. Okay, hello. It is still Monday. This is a stark contrast to last week's vlog, where I barely updated you at all, and today I've updated you 3 times already. So it's currently 7:45. We've just started the last sprint, because I've been here for the last 6 hours and 45 minutes, and I've been working since 7 o'clock this morning, and I'm bloody knackered. So I have a couple of updates for you. So Murder Road by Simone St. James. This was fantastic, and I gave it 4.5 stars. I really, really, really enjoyed this. I think the atmosphere was really, really good. I was super intrigued all the way through. I was intrigued to know more about April and Eddie, their pasts, what exactly themselves are running away from, and their relationship and how they make it work. I was intrigued to know about the mystery that we've got going on with these murdered hitchhikers, and exactly what was going on with the town itself as well, because a couple of the people were dodgy in that town, I'm not gonna lie. Turned out it was the whole point of the writing. But I really enjoyed this. I thought it was so good. I really liked the twists and turns, I really liked the reveals, and I had a really good time with it. So I've given it 4.5 stars, and I'm really, really glad that I gave this a chance. That I was very close to just unhauling this and not even trying it. But because I loved the cover so much and what Ev and I have done with this, I'm really glad that I ended up keeping it and giving it a try, because this was fantastic and I had a really, really, really good time with it. So yeah, it's encouraged me actually to want to pick up Simone St. James's other books, because I do have the Sundown Motel and also the Book of Cold Cases. I have both of those books from her, so I am tempted to give those a read as well soon. So 4.5 stars for that. That is my first book done. And then I did go on to my next book, which I decided to do Law of the Wilds by Annalie Sabrana, which is the first romantasy box from Fairy Loot. Romantasy book from Fairy Loot, sorry. Fairly certain I said to you at the beginning of this video that I'm not sure that this is going to go down well for me because I've heard nothing but bad things. There is also a love triangle in this and I fucking hate love triangles. I haven't met a love triangle yet that's worked for me, so don't see this being any different. I am 29 pages in and I am bored, to say the least. Really bored. I haven't truly got the foggiest what's going on. I've clearly not given it enough of a chance to know what's going on. There is a lot of people on Goodreads in their reviews saying that you've got to get to around the I think it's like 60 odd page mark to understand exactly what's going on. I don't know why that was not focusing on me then. To really understand what's going on, because you do just kind of get dropped in the deep end with this. With the world building and stuff, but pretty much our main character Law she works for her aunt and uncle in this shop, and she helps her aunt and uncle look after her nieces and nephews or brothers and sisters, I don't know, a bunch of kids anyway that her aunt and uncle look after. And then one day 2 Fae guards come into the shop and they say, we want the owner of this shop, they need to come with us. So she ends up saying that she's the owner because she's like, well, I don't want my aunt to go because the kids will suffer, so I'll say I'm the owner. That's the point at which I'm at. I don't know anything more than that other than what it says in the synopsis, which is basically that she can read Fae text and they want her to read some certain Fae text because they need it for something, but she's thinking that if she can find out on this Fae text if there is a way that they can defeat the Fae, and because they're kind of like locked in a forested prison, they're trapped in a forested prison in this village, and the Fae won't let them out. So, but there's a love triangle as well with her and 2 Fae males, and it's not going to work for me. So I am DNFing this one. I am sad about it, but it gets a book off of my TBR. I'm sad that it's the first romantasy book and I am unfortunately going to be getting rid of it. It's a really pretty book and I am gutted about that fact, but I was pretty certain it wasn't going to work for me. So, well, that's the update I wanted to come on and give you anyway. Each of these clips have been very, very long and I do not apologise for it. I don't want to get shouted at. Do not apologise for it. Yeah, I'm gonna decide what to do. I will let you know as soon as I know. Tomorrow though, I'm not giving you another update today. This is getting out of hand. Good morning. It is Tuesday. It's about 9 o'clock. I've got up, had a shower. I'm waiting for my carpet guy to come around because he's coming measuring the landing and stairs and bringing me some carpet samples round. I don't know what time he's coming though. But I have a reading update for you. Last night after I came off sprints, I ended up not reading for a while. I watched a little bit of YouTube. I did some doom scrolling. And then I thought, I do want to start something else. Obviously, I went into a little bit of a spiral last night and it sent me into a little bit of decision-making paralysis because I couldn't decide what to do with myself. However, as I'd been going through some options with patrons while we were still on sprints, I came across Bonesmith, which I completely forgot I had, honestly, and I thought this had been on my shelves longer than it has. This came out in August last year, 2023. Well, it was in the August 2023 Fairy Loot box, and I wanted to give this a bash because it sounds fantastic. So it is following Ren, who is a bonesmith, and she wants to become a Valkyra. I want to say Valkyrie every time, and that's not right. A Valkyra, I think, which is a ghost fighting warrior. Now, in this world, the ghosts remain within the bones unless the Valkyras can detach the ghost from the bones. They are very, very like violent and unpredictable and stuff. So she's trying to impress her absent father, and she's got this trial to do, but she's sabotaged during the trial. Now, this has happened in the beginning of the book. She's sabotaged during this trial, and she ends up being sent off to the breach. She's banished to the border walls, which is where the breach happened of the undead. Now, she's determined to get her family's respect back, and she gets her chance when a prince is kidnapped from the House of Gold. Now, we've just met the prince, Leopold, aka Leo, and I assume this is the prince that's going to get kidnapped anyway. And she ends up having to work with Julian, close, it begins with a J. Julian from the House of Iron, who are the very people that caused the breach. So they don't get on, they end up fighting each other more than they do the undead. But it turns out that things are more complicated than they thought with this kidnapping, and they're gonna have to work together to get this prince back. So I don't know who this romance, I assume there's gonna be a romance in here. Don't know who this romance is gonna be with, whether it's going to be with the prince or with Julian, but we've just met the prince and his banter is outstanding, and I am here for it. I'm very excited for the next chapter because they're about to go disappear off together, I think, and spend some time together, which I'm looking forward to. But I am fucking loving this so far. This is fantastic. I love Ren. I love her. I think she's hilarious. I think that she is a badass. I think that she doesn't get enough love and attention from the people around her. Her mother died during childbirth, and it turns out that her dad was actually betrothed to a princess but slept with Ren's mum. And obviously Ren came about, mother died during childbirth, the engagement was called off, and his mother, who is in charge of the House of Bones, has hated Ren ever since. So she was looking for a good excuse not to accept Ren into the Valkyr. I don't know if I'm saying that right. If I'm not, don't put me up on it. Valkyra. I am listening to the audiobook. I've just forgotten because I've slept since last night. So now that she's been sent off, though, to the border wall. Where is she? Yeah, border wall. I do know what I'm talking about. Look at me go. She's met this woman called Odile. O-D-I-L-E. I forgot how to pronounce her name as well. For fuck's sake. This is why I audiobook everything. Let's just call her Odia. I can't remember if that's right. Odia, who is a friend of Ren's dad. And basically, he's asked her if she can keep an eye on Ren. Which is, you know, nice. But Odia made really good points when we first met her. She made really good points to the fact that Ren's never been looked after before. Properly. Her dad makes no fucking effort with her whatsoever. And her grandmother is an asshole. And it's bullshit. So I don't know, I just fucking love this. I'm loving the characters so far. I'm having a really good time with it. It does say Gideon the Ninth meets Game of Thrones White Walkers in this dark young adult fantasy about a disgraced ghost fighting warrior who must journey into a haunted wasteland to rescue a kidnapped prince. I've got to be honest, I don't feel like it's young YA at all. I feel like it could be pushing the border of new adult, if anything, and I'm really enjoying that fact because I've probably been putting this off on the basis that it is YA. but I'm fucking loving it, and I'm a little bit mad at myself for sleeping on this, I'm not gonna lie. I was having a butcher's last night to see what else I could pick up, and I really did want to pick up, because I've got a whole bunch of romance upstairs, but only a handful of those have come from the Afterlight box. I really did wanted to pick a subscription box book up, as opposed to a book that's come from a subscription box service as a special edition, if that makes sense. So I'm really fucking glad that I've picked this up. It's so good. I'm really enjoying it. The atmosphere is fantastic. The world building is incredible. On occasion it can be a little bit info dumpy, but I'm having a blast. It's really funny. I've laughed out loud several times. I have gone, yeah, that's fucking right. Yeah, you go, girlfriend, several times. And I'm just having a great time. So I'm excited to continue on with this. I do feel, because I got the Gideon the Ninth with the black sprayed edges from Illumicrate fucking years ago, and I unhauled it without having read it, and I do feel now that maybe I might have to go back to that series, because I know the likes of like Becca's enjoyed it, and I know it is a well-loved series, but I just didn't think it would be up my street. Maybe it will be. And the sequel to this is coming out later on this year. I think it's around August, so I'm very excited about that. I'm really hoping Fairyloot do a matching edition though, because these will be incredible next to each other. So yeah, having the best time with this. I also need to get up to date with today's pages on Crimson Moth as well. So in theory I'm supposed to be going from page 62 to page 114, but I think I'm going to go a little bit further, because there's a good chance I'm not going to get anything read of this tomorrow. So I think I might go to the next day's pages as well and get to page 166. So I would love to finish this today and then make my progress in my pages in this today as well. We'll see what happens, but I have found the audiobook for this on Spotify, which is fantastic, and it's under 15 hours, so I'll be able to do the whole audiobook on Spotify without being interrupted. It's such a fucking pain in the ass when an audiobook is like 16 hours and 27 minutes and you only get 15 hours a month. It's annoying. So anyway, excited. I'm having a great time. A great time. I am so excited I went for Bonesmith. What a great shout that was. Just about to start sprints. In fact, I started them. I got 3 minutes in. I've had a bloody power cut. Everything's off. Everything. All the alarms are going outside because obviously nobody's home because it's the middle of the day. And we've had a bloody power cut. I am 217 pages or so into Bonesmith now, but I better get some candles out just in case. It's really fucking dark today, so I'm gonna whack some candles on and see how long this power cut lasts. We had one the other night, early hours of the morning, and it went on for half an hour, so hopefully it's not much worse than that, but fingers crossed. I truly can't believe it. What are the chances? Okay, hello, as per, it's Friday. I haven't spoken to you since Wednesday. since Tuesday, I was going to speak to you on Wednesday. Once I'd gotten to my nail techs, I was going to do a clip in the car. There was a guy in his fucking garden next to the car doing some gardening, so I couldn't. So I haven't updated you since because I just kept forgetting. My apologies. I do have a couple parcels to open, which I will do in a minute. But I really wanted to talk to you about Bonesmith by Nikki Palpretto. This was so good. So fucking good. And I'm so excited that I've read this now because I ended up giving this 5 stars. It was incredible. I loved the characters. I loved the atmosphere and this world, the world building. I really enjoyed everything about it. I really liked the whole bonesmith business and the different houses and the different things that people can do. Ironsmith, bonesmith, ghostsmith, all of that good stuff. I really enjoyed Ren, our main character. I thought she was fantastic, and I just loved her banter with some of the other characters as well. And I just had such a good time with this. I'm very, very excited for the second one in this duology, Ghostsmith, coming out a little bit later on this year. So I'm really, really hyped that I've ended up reading this one and enjoying it so much. 5 freaking stars. I just love it when you accidentally pick up a gem. Do you know what I mean? I had no intention of reading this readathon, but I picked it up and I've had a blast and I'm so, so happy. So very excited about that. The other book that I have continued on with is The Crimson Moth by Kristen Cicerelli. So I am up to date with my page. I haven't read today's pages, but I actually think what I'm going to do is just finish it off this evening. So I'm on page 235 and I am still enjoying this so far. It's going very, very well. We've had a couple of tense bits in here with the witch hunter business, but I'm having a really good time with it so far and I'm really enjoying it. So I am going to continue on with this evening and get it finished. I think that is going to be my plan. I've got sprint starting in 10 minutes, so I think that's going to be my intention. So yeah, that's what's been going on with that. I do have a Waterstones parcel, so let's open this and find out what's inside. What's in box? What's in box? Hello? 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 Oh, ooh. It's How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying by Django Wexler. I've only read a small novella from Django Wexler before, which was Hard Reboot, which I really, really enjoyed. But this one sounds really good. A laugh out loud fantasy tale about a young woman who, tired of defending humanity from the Dark Lord, decides maybe the Dark Lord is onto something after all. Sounds like fun. So yeah, this was added to my very long list. Does this have chapters? This has got very long chapters. Yeah, it was added to my pre-orders towards the end of last year. It just sounded like a fun time, you know. I wasn't expecting the chapters to be so long though. We have one extreme to the other with Django Wexler, either really fucking long chapters or a very short book. Regardless, it sounds like a fun time, so I did get that. And then I have this very large parcel which has come from Books Please. So I have an affiliate code with Books Please, which are the sister website to Sci-Fi. If you haven't heard of them before, they are a very good website that I now use since Book Depository has shut down. Sci-Fi for manga. Now, Books Please is their sister website that does a lot more novels than manga, but they do still do manga. And I do have an affiliate code for you. So I will leave an entire link in the description box if you wanted to click on that. But my code is also on the screen for you as well, if you wanted to go and check them out. So I wanted to order some stuff from them so that I could see what their stuff is like. And I can mention it to you. So the affiliate code does mean that I get a cheeky bit of commission as well, but it also gets you 5% off, which I think is great. So feel free to use it if you would like to do so. I will leave it linked in the description box down below. I ended up ordering quite a bit. Oh, okay, nice. It's come in this decent envelope, bubble envelope, and then it's all been wrapped up very well so that it keeps everything protected, which I think is great. So, ooh, I got some manga. Okay, I've got some really, really cute bookmarks here, which are adorable. Very cute bookmarks. I got a bunch of manga and then a couple of books, which I'm really, really hyped about. So I got I'm Kinda Chubby and I'm Your Hero, which is a volume 2 in this series. I think it's just a duology as far as I'm aware. I don't know if there's any more coming out. This one is from 2022, so I assume not. But I really, although it does say first print in June 2023, so maybe, I'm not sure. I really enjoyed the first one of this. I did a reading 24 manga in 24 hours video. I'll leave a link to it up here if you want to check it out. So I read the first volume of this in that. I also read the first volume of Alice in Borderland, so I have bought volume 2 as well, because I really enjoyed this series and I didn't have volume 2, so I wanted to continue collecting those. And then I also bought a Business Proposal Volume 3 and a Business Proposal Volume 4. I'm really enjoying this series. And the other good thing about Books Please as well is that they're cheaper to buy than other shops. You know? So they take a little bit longer to come, granted, but they are cheaper. So if you're looking to save yourself some pennies, this is a good way to do so. So it's cheaper in general than other stores, but then on top of that, you will also get some discount with my affiliate code as well. So do feel free to use that if you would like to do so. And then the other books that I did get, I got All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. I haven't read a Mariana Zapata before. I can't remember if I've got anything from her actually on my shelves. I think I might have one, but I'm not sure what it is. Oh yeah, from Lukov with Love. I've got that one. But I haven't read anything from her before, but I've just heard such fucking incredible things about this book. So I am very intrigued about reading it. I don't know anything about it. I believe it's a slow burn and that's all I know. So, and I really like this cover as well. I think it's really cute. So I did get that. And then the other one that I got, which I'm so fucking excited for and I cannot wait to read, is The Black Girl Survives in this one, which is a collection of horror stories. And this cover is stunning. I am obsessed with it. For all the black girls who have been aching not only to see themselves in horror, but also come out on top as the final girl, this is for you. Yeah, I'm just really, really excited for these short stories, and this cover is absolutely stunning. Like, I'm completely obsessed with it. So I'm really, really hyped. Very glad that I got this one. So overall is my little haul from Books Please. So if you did want to get yourself some books and give yourself a little treaty treat, I do have an affiliate code for you. Feel free to use it if you would like to do so. And thank you in advance if you do decide to do so. I truly appreciate it. But if you don't, that's also absolutely fine. And I totally appreciate that. So yeah, just a little haul going on there. And some progress has been made with my books. I'm kind of in the mood to pick up another, like, Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute and In the Weeds. I don't have the physical special editions for. I am getting the physical special, well, it's so long as I actually manage to get my hands on them. They go on sale next week for the BK Borison set, so they haven't got on sale yet. But the Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute one, I don't own it. It's already out there in the public and I'm not getting it. So I feel like I kind of want to pick up another actual special edition as well, especially with the success of Bonesmith going so well. I kind of want to pick up another one just on a whim and see what I like, but I just don't know what to pick. So I don't know, I may pick another one up, we'll see, over the weekend. I do have a lot of sports going on this weekend. The Bolton game is tomorrow. We are trying to get through to promotion, so we're playing at Wembley tomorrow. And then it's a house alarm going off, and I panicked for a minute then that my internet had gone up, that we'd had another power cut. I keep having power cuts and it keeps fucking me up. We had one on Tuesday and it caught me up entirely. What was I saying? Oh, and then on Sunday we have the Grand Prix. I think it's the Imola Grand Prix. I can't remember. I'm fairly certain it is. So that is on Sunday. So, oh no, the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. I'm fucking shit with stuff like this. So yeah, it is the Grand Prix on Sunday as well. So a very busy sports weekend, but I'm hoping to still get lots of reading done. And I do have sprints all weekend as well. So we'll see how that goes. But I just wanted to come on, tell you about the books that have turned up. I have had a couple of other parcels. One of them's a bunch of leggings. And then the other one is a extension lead so that I can move some of the furniture into the bedroom this weekend as well. From the box room. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm gonna go because it's been a very long update and I am about to start sprinting. Good morning. It is about 9:20 in the morning on Saturday and I'm here with an update for you. I slept terribly last night. I've slept terribly for the last 2 nights now and I've been wondering why. It turns out I'm a moon sister since last night. So we're not having a good time. I can't fit on here because I've got books next to me. We're not having a good time. So I woke up at 5. I don't think I went to sleep till about 2:30. I woke up at 5. I woke up again at 7. I debated getting up. And then suddenly realised that I was still incredibly exhausted. So I went back to sleep and now I've just woken up again for about 9 o'clock. So we're getting on with the day. I'm very tired, but I've got sprints at 12 and I would like to get a decent amount of reading in before then. So, update on reading is that I have finished Crimson Moth by Kristen Cicerelli. This I gave 4 stars. I enjoyed this. I thought it was good. I think for the most part, I don't agree that this is YA. I think for the most part this book is new adult, maybe even adult, with some of the themes that are going on and some of the language used as well in here. I don't know. I always get torn on the whole YA, new adult argument all the fucking time. Like, for example, the ACOTAR series is not YA. It is not YA. I know that originally I think it was advertised as YA. It is no longer YA and should never be seen in the YA section of a bookstore. The amount of people I walk past that point at it in a bookstore going, that's YA. It should be in the YA section. And I just want to go, no it fucking isn't. Anyway, yeah, I'm fairly convinced that this is probably new adult, probably leaning on new adult. However, the last section of this, I really enjoyed the writing, loved the writing, loved the characters, had a fantastic time with all of this. It was really, really good. This last portion that I was reading though, from like chapter 50 onwards, a whole bunch of shit went down and I spent probably about 10 pages rolling my eyes because this all of a sudden just went from being potential 5-star, new adult, potentially adult, fantastic, having the time of my life, to me rolling my eyes for 10 pages. It went to the typical YA, it went to the typical characters making dumb as fuck decisions and being naive as shit, which is absolutely fine because that's what YA does. However, it was just the switch at this point. I don't know. Our main character, Rune, made a decision at that point, and I was like, why? What, how, why, what? For what reason? How does she think that this is okay? What is she doing? I had a really long chat with Theo about it in my Discord because we'd finished it at the same time and we have very much the same opinions on this. I don't know, I just got a little bit frustrated with how it all kind of took a turn, kind of came to a head. It felt quite mature, it felt quite put together for the most part of this book, and then all of a sudden Rune just makes this really fucking dumb decision. I don't know. It's the typical, it wasn't miscommunication. It was in a way, but it was, you know, something happened and then she fucked off and then she made a decision off of the back of that was really stupid decision, because it would have hurt the majority of the people around her. It was just dumb, and it frustrated me a little bit. However, I did enjoy this for the most part, and I am excited to see how what's going to happen in the second one, because it's only a duology, so I'm intrigued. I feel like this has set the second one up really nicely, so I am intrigued to see where this goes. Other thing I noticed in this, and I don't know if it's because I'm coming off of the back of the Bonesmith, and obviously this is compared to Gideon the Ninth, but obviously our male main character, Gideon, has someone who works for him called Harrow, and they are two characters from Gideon the Ninth and Harrow the Ninth, right? I thought that was fun. But yeah, I enjoyed this one. I gave it 4 stars in the end. That little thing, that the bits towards the end, the last few chapters, got under my skin a bit. We suddenly went from like higher up new adult for me down to quite middling YA. Sorry, in a split second, but it is what it is. And then last night I made the decision, an executive decision, that I should probably actually try and finish a duology, because I've gone ahead and started 2 new duologies with Bonesmith and the Crimson Moth, and I am partway through a whole bunch of duologies at the moment with the Divine Rivals, One Dark Window, and A River Enchanted. I think that's it anyway, as far as my special edition books are concerned. So I did say when I read River Enchanted that I should probably get to a Fire Endless pretty quickly, otherwise I'll just never read it. So I started this last night. Couple of things. I don't know if I'm going to get through this because it's very long. The audiobook is really long. Second thing is, my book's upstairs for River Enchanted, but this text seems significantly smaller than it was in A River Enchanted. I feel like there's way more text on the page, and this one's much chunkier. It's just shy of 500 pages. So I don't know if I'm going to get through all of this, but we'll see. This one does follow, well, in the first one we were following Adira and Jack Tamerlan. Basically there was this mystery on this island called Cadence, where girls were going missing. They were being taken in the night, and Adira thought that Jack Tamerlan, as a bard, his songs could help, so she requested that he come back to that island. She explained everything to him. These two are like childhood rivals. She explained everything to him, and he said, okay, fair enough, I'll help you out. So they end up trying to solve this mystery. In the meantime, a romance kind of blossoms between the two of them. Now in the second one, things have changed significantly. Our 2 main characters are separated for reasons at the end of the first one. I tend to fucking hate when that happens. Iron Flame is a prime example of that. I loved Fourth Wing. I still haven't finished Iron Flame because our 2 main characters, the love interests, are separated, and it fucks me off. I hate it. It annoys the life out of me. There is reasons behind why in this book, and I think it could end up coming together very well. I don't understand the reasons why in Iron Flame. It annoys me. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what's going on in this story. The other thing that I did really enjoy about this story is that we got other characters as well. So we got Torrin, who is Adira's cousin, and we got his wife, who is called, I forget her name every fucking time, which is bullshit because she's in the book more than any other character. I'm sure of it. I feel like she's the main character. Sidra. Torrin's wife is Sidra, and she is very much like a healer kind of thing. So and I feel like she was in the book more than anybody in the last book. Like, she was almost the main character, and I kind of loved that. I kind of liked that the main characters, the people that we were focusing on, almost weren't the main characters. The side characters were just as important. So yeah, I'm intrigued. It's to do, there's like a battle between East and West and humans and spirits, and there's a lot of stuff going down. So I am intrigued to finish this. Whether or not I actually manage it, I would really love to finish this today. I think my aim for the rest of the readathon, because we've got today and tomorrow, is to, finish this today, which would be great. However, the Bolton game, I've put the PlayStation on so that I don't forget. The Bolton game is on around 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon. So finish this today, and then I would like to finish this off tomorrow. I have got the F1 on tomorrow afternoon as well, so I will be taking a break for a few hours to watch that. But I am already this far into this and it's going really, really fast, so I think if this bleeds over tomorrow, that's absolutely fine. I think I can still get these two definitely finished, and then I will have completed 1, 2, 3, I'll have finished 4, 5 books, but I'll have gotten through 6 if you like, because I for DNF to Law of the Wilds as well. I won't have gotten to either of these two, but that's okay. So that is my plan. I think this is my aim for today. It is 11:45 on Sunday. It's race day. I have my Mercedes shirt on. I have my Mercedes shirt on because I'm going to be building this today, and I'm very excited. I'm going to be building this by listening to my last book for this readathon, which I'll tell you about in a second, but I'm excited to read that, and I will also be building it while I'm watching the race as well. Obviously, I won't be listening to the audiobook while watching the race. I will listen to the audiobook around the race. So, update, I have finished A Fire Endless by Rebecca Ross. I feel like this was really quick for me to get through, but also not at the same time. I listened to this all day yesterday, and I've just finished off the last like hour and 45 minutes this morning. This was really good. I actually preferred this one to the first one, A River Enchanted. I gave A River Enchanted 3.5 stars. I've given this one 4. It was good. I feel like this was a really good conclusion to the first book. I feel like it all came together in the end. A lot was happening and we were following a lot of different characters. I think this is something that I said about A River Enchanted, is that I wasn't anticipating following so many different characters. I thought we were literally following Jack and Adira, but we aren't. We've got other characters like Sidra and Torin. In this one, we follow even more than that, but we've also got Mirren and Frey. And then we get into the likes of like Neil and I've forgotten some of the names now. There's so many people. Kay, Yavine, Graham, David, Innes. There's just so many people in this book, and it can be difficult to keep everyone straight in your head. But I really liked this one. I liked how it all came together. I do think that there was maybe like 1 or 2 conveniences, but I liked that they were also explained actually as well. Maybe they weren't just convenient. They were pretty much explained, and I liked that. But yeah, I had a good time with this one. I ended up giving it 4 stars, and I'm really happy that I've actually completed this duology very quickly, because I am partway through so many duologies. Another one by Rebecca Ross is Divine Rivals. Found myself in a situation where I'd read the first in both of her duologies. Now I've completed one, thank the Lord. So yeah, I'm excited that I've completed this duology pretty quickly as well, and I'm glad I've done it, because I would have sat on this for a really, really, really long time otherwise, because I wasn't that excited about picking it up, as I enjoyed the first one, but I hadn't loved it, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I did enjoy this one a little bit more, and it got 4 stars. So the last book I think that I'm going to concentrate on for this readathon, because it is Sunday now, and I do want to watch the F1 as well, which will take a couple hours out of the day. I did read a little bit more of Middle of the Night by Riley Sager last night. I am now, I think, 56%, but I don't think there's any chance of me finishing that tonight, so that won't get done in this vlog. If by some freaking miracle it does, I will tell you about it tomorrow. But the last book that I am going to focus on is Can't Spell Treason Without Tea by Readathon. This one I am 126 pages into. I haven't read any more since last week, but I do want to finish this one off. Broken Binding have done an edition of this one. I just have the normal Waterstones one. But this is cozy fantasy. It's following Raina and also Chianthi. Raina is a royal bodyguard, and she decides that she doesn't want to be a royal bodyguard anymore. Chianthi is a elemental mage, the most powerful elemental mage going, I think, and they have dreams of opening this bookstore slash tea shop in a quiet town. So one day they just decide to fuck it all off and go to this small town called Tawny, and it's absolutely adorable. The people there are really, really sweet. They're starting to set up this tea shop, and that's where I'm up to at the moment, and I'm really having a good time. Chianthi rides on a griffin as well, and it's just really, really cute, and I love it. And this small town of Tawny is in Dragon Country, So there's dragons as well. And so far, really having a good time with it. I know that there is a second book coming out in this series called something to do with pirates and tea as well. But I'm intrigued to see what happens with this one. So I did get the audiobook from NetGalley, and I was solely audiobooking this one, which is why I've saved it for today, because I knew that I was going to be doing this today. I had this planned all week. So I can audiobook this one while doing this around the F1 race. So that is going to be my plan. I'm starting sprints in 10 minutes with patrons. I think Jade's going to be joining me. And I'm aiming to finish this. I reckon I'll be done reasonably early on. I mean, we've got 2 hours before the race. And then I think maybe I have about 2.5 hours of the audio left of this, if that. So we'll see what happens. But either way, I'm having a great time this week. This has been a really successful week so far. I'm really happy with how much progress I've made, how many books I've actually got through. And I'm really glad that I made a couple of decisions with the books, which I'll talk through with you in the wrap up. But yeah, I've got no idea how this vlog is going to look so far. I reckon that quite a few of my clips are going to be very rambly, like this one. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, so I'm going to get going, probably start opening this up so I know what it looks like, and make sure that I'm ready for sprints in 10 minutes.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky...
Fernando Alonso, green flag flies at the back of the pack. Norris in second, Verstappen on pole position. It's all eyes to the lights and foot to the floor as we go racing in Imola.
Come on, Lando.
Start from the front to Verstappen.
It's falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
Okay, good morning. It is Monday. I'm here to wrap up this vlog. My apologies if you can hear the fan. You probably can, it's quite loud. It is sweltering in here and I need it on. So even while just doing this update, my apologies. Okay, it's Monday and I'm here to wrap this vlog up. Yesterday, you know what? This weekend has actually been really, really lovely. Despite the fact that I haven't gone out or actually seen anyone in person, it's been really, really nice. I spent the weekend on sprints with patrons. Jay's joined me all weekend because she also had the Pokeathon gym. And it's been so lovely. Watched the Bolton game, which we did lose, so we've not got promotion. Watched the F1 yesterday while building my Mercedes car, which was a lot of fun. And after that, I did whack the Liverpool game on. I had it on mute. Missed the goals completely. They won 2-0, but it was Jurgen Klopp's last game, so I wanted to watch the game. So it's been a really nice weekend. Very, very chill. And I have gotten quite a bit done. I am so fucking warm. It's not even funny. But this reading vlog overall for the Box Readathon, I've edited this video up to here and I don't know how I managed to have 10-minute clips every time I turn this camera on. My apologies. Overall this Box week-long vlog has gone really, really well and I'm really impressed. I finished 5 books, but I DNF'd 1, so that's 6 in total because it will count, because the whole point is to get it read and either stay on my shelves or get it off of my shelves. And out of these 6 in total, 4 of them have been actual subscription box books, which is fantastic, and I'm really happy with what I've managed to achieve. Gutted I didn't get in the weeds or highly suspicious, unfairly cute, but I did end up deviating, as I said at the beginning of the video, off that path just a little bit. So let's do a quick rundown. I did start off with Murder Road by Simone St. James. Didn't think I was going to go into this one enjoying it because of a couple of reviews I'd heard. Ended up giving it 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed this one, had a fantastic time. This one is the Evernight edition, so loved that. Then I went into Law of the Wilds by Annalie Sabrana, which I was fairly certain I probably wasn't going to enjoy this because I've heard nothing but bad things, and also I hate love triangles, so it was inevitable. I got 29 pages in and DNF'd it. It is the Fairly Romantasy book. It is the first one and it is a shame, but that can now go from my shelves, which is a bonus, because the whole point in this is to get them read and then either unhaul them or make a decision to keep them. Success. Then I deviated and I ended up picking up Bonesmith by Nikki Palpretto, which was completely random, like so random. This wasn't even on my radar when I started this vlog, so really happy I picked it up though. 5 freaking stars. This was incredible. Absolutely loved it. Very excited for Ghostsmith coming out in August and I cannot wait to get my hands on that book. 5 stars for this. It was absolutely incredible. Loved it. It's staying. Then I did read The Crimson Moth by Kristen Cicerelli, which I don't get the Fairyloot YA box anymore, but when I saw this come out in the Fairyloot YA box, I was a little bit gutted I didn't get it anymore because their edition is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Naturally, it's being sold for silly prices online. So Claire ended up getting me this copy and we did buddy read it with a few others of my patrons. A lot of people ended up jumping on this buddy read actually. And I ended up giving this one 4 stars. Enjoyed it for the most part. The last little bit, this was definitely, I've already gone through this with you, but this was definitely more of a new adult, I think, in age. I think it was really, really good and I really enjoyed it, but the last like 60 pages or so, 50 pages or so, became really, really naive, stupid decisions, very, very YA in its, you know, which is fine because it's a YA book, but it was just the complete jarring jump from this feels like new adult to this is definitely YA. And it was quite jarring. Overall though, really enjoyed it, gave it 4 stars, will continue with the next one in the series, the final one in the series. Then I did read A Fire Endless by Rebecca Ross, which actually wraps up a duology for me that I only started in this month. So look at me go, reading an entire duology in 1 month. Who is she? Final book support group who? Don't need her anymore. Jokes. I absolutely do. This was good. I gave this one 4 stars. I actually enjoyed this one more than I enjoyed the first one. So I had a very good time with this one. And I'm glad that I've wrapped the duology up. I really enjoyed it. It was very good. And then last but by no means least, I read Can't Spell Treason Without T by Readathon, which I actually started in last week's vlog. And I finished it off in this one. And I absolutely love this. I haven't wrapped this up yet, but I really, really enjoyed this one. Now this is pitted as if you enjoy Legends and Lattes, so if you enjoy Travis Baldry and if you enjoy TJ Klune, House in the Cerulean Sea, cozy fantasy. That's what this is pitched as. Now Legends and Lattes is pitched as high fantasy, low stakes. I would say that this is high fantasy, mid stakes. The stakes are much higher in this than they are in Legends and Lattes. Legends and Lattes is literally about building a coffee shop. And Viv living her life, retiring from what she used to do, living her life. There is a slight sprinkle of trouble, but it's very local and it's dealt with very quickly. This, however, is about Rhaena and Chianthi wanting to run away from where the queen is, because Rhaena is a bodyguard for the queen and she's a bitch, not Rhaena, the queen, and she doesn't want to work for her anymore. So they run away to a dragon country. They run away to the icy peaks of Dragon Country, a town called Tawny, and they want to set up a coffee and bookshop. So adorable, very, very cute, cozy. The high stakes come in the fact that what Rhaena has actually done is treason, and at any moment she could be caught by the Queen's guards. So, and it does go a little bit tits up as you get further into the book. The stakes are much higher. There's a lot of stuff going on as well with Chianthi's magic and the dragons and things like that. There is a lot of stuff going on with that. So the stakes are much higher in this book, but not really, really high. So it is still cozy fantasy. The stakes are just a little bit higher, and I enjoyed this one. I loved the characters of Rhaena and Chianthi. I'm very excited for the next one, which is going to be called A Pirate's Life for Tea, and I'm looking forward to this one. Lesbian pirates find out if enemies can actually become lovers. Cute, very excited. So this is a sapphic cozy fantasy. If you like Legends and Lattes but you want something with a little bit more meat to its bones as far as the stakes are concerned, lol, this one will give you that. If Legends and Lattes was too cozy fantasy slice of life for you, this will give you a little bit more of the stakes, higher stakes, if that's your thing. And if you enjoyed Legends and Lattes and you wouldn't mind a bit more of stakes, like higher stakes, you'll enjoy this. It was very good. I gave it 4.5 stars. So overall, an absolutely fantastic smashing round of box readathon. I managed to get through 3 actual subscription box books and then 2 that have been featured in subscription boxes or special edition. So really, really happy with how this one came out. Didn't expect it to go as well as it did. I've managed to read 5 books in 1 week, and they're all reasonably chunky books, and also DNF another book as well, so get through 6 books. And all of these, I think, except maybe a Fire Endless, I think I'm going to give I'm going to speak to Theo and see if he wants these editions of this series, because he's loved this series. Well, the first one he gave 5 stars. I only gave it 3.5, so I'm going to see if he wants this one. But the rest are all probably staying, so I have no reason to get rid of them. I really enjoyed them. Had a good time. I really enjoyed this week. Chat to me in the comments down below. Have you read any of these? Did you enjoy them? Let me know in the comments down below, and I shall see you in whatever comes next. Bye for now.